Some of the folks in the audience are email marketers. They live in like the email automation world and like a marketing automation platform. The spam reporting number that you see in there, it's not a full picture,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
the number of actual spam complaints that the marketing automation platform receives is like a fraction of the actual number. Like Google doesn't send that number,
hmm
right? Like you need to have a Postmaster account to monitor that. So like what advice do you have for email marketers, marketing teams to track the true number of spam complaints?
yeah. And the challenge is you're not going to get a conclusive number because
Yeah.
email providers have a vested interest in protecting people's privacy and not saying, hey, Phil reported you yesterday. They don't want that data to get out. They do want you to know, and we do want you to know, have you gone from getting a very low number of spam reports to all of a sudden getting a very high number? So, but the thing we have to get past first that's really important, and you mentioned it there, Phil, is in your marketing automation system, the spam report number that you're seeing is the number of people who use the unsubscribe functionality that your newsletter, that your marketing system has, and said they thought it was spam most often. It isn't the number of people that actually manually reported the email as spam. So there's a few different data points. What we do at Allegro is we monitor and measure on average from the traffic that we're sending as tests, how often is it automatically landing in spam? And what you'll find is when you get high spam reports in the real world, that automatic spam placement also jumps up. So that's one way you can get a really good telltale sign of understanding is this content or is my changes that I've made to my campaigns recently producing spam reports. You can also use a free tool like Google Postmaster Tools, right? Where they'll show you on a percentage basis, are you getting a significant degree of spam reports? How is that changing over time? The real challenge with Postmaster Tools is people sometimes connect and they see a low spam report rating and think that's great. But what they don't realize is, well, if your messages are already landing in spam, you can't get reported. So the best way, by that logic, to have a 0% spam rate is to already send there, right? So you need to look at multiple data sources now. And what you'll often see in Postmaster Tools is you'll see a spike at some point in time, and that'll come right down. And the team will think, great, we had one bad send, right? We got past the issue. In reality, they had that bad send. They were penalized for it. They're landing in spam and they're not going to get reports anymore because now they're just landing there right away. And Google even writes this in their guidance. We flagged it, we highlight it for people, we send it to them so they're aware of the difference. They say, hey, just so you're aware, if you're landing in spam, we're not going to show you that number and you're not going to get a high degree of spam reports. So using that free tool is going to be helpful and every marketer should, but also making sure you're getting data on spam rate from multiple places, I think is important to keep on top of the issue.